Hello, my name is Mr. Polk and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'd like to show you how to make apple pie. And to do that, we're going to need a lot of different components, and obviously we're going to have to start with apples. People like all different kind of apples. Everybody says, oh, I like this apple for my pie and whatever. I've always been tried and true to a Macintosh. I've always liked the Mac. I like that it's got a little bit of the red, a little bit of the green. It's just a really nice apple. You can use a Mac, you can use a blend of apples, you just want something that's going to hold up a little bit to the heat and not just turn directly to mush. So a couple of the things is you want to go ahead and peel your apples. This recipe is designed to do 4 little small pies. I would increase it maybe to 8 apples, but for us it's 6 just for these small amount of pies. And one of the things you want to do is core the apple. There's all different types of apple cores. I'm going to use this one where you just press through the apple and you core it. And sometimes it's hard to catch them all in one shot, so you can just kind of go through again. You definitely want to get all of the core out because you don't want to have those little hard pieces in there where the little seed pockets were. So we got that. Then we're going to peel it. And I like to just peel over a piece of paper towel on my cutting board. And, everybody has their own method there to peel it, and however you like to do it. I like to core it first. Some people don't. The reason I core it is, as you see as I'm doing this, the coring gives me a little handle. Okay, and that's the way I look at it, is that I have something to hold on to. And this peeler, of course, because I'm on the camera's jamming up on me. But that's all right, we'll clear it out. Then you want to peel your apple. Once you peel your apple, you want to cut it. We're making small pies, so I'm going to cut this into smaller pieces. If I just had it into larger pieces, that's really not going to work. So what I'm going to do here is just get rid of my scrappies. And I take my knife, and I like to cut the apple in half this way. For larger pies, I might do it the other way where you do it in the dice. But for here, I cut it like this, and I'm looking for about nice 1/4-inch slices. If I was doing a whole pie, we could do them a little bit thicker, or you could just cut it into the angular pieces, maybe in 1/8 or something like that. But for these small pies, these 1/4-inch slices work great. And then I take them and I cut them in half. So I have these little quarters. And then they're going to go in my bowl. And this apple's 5 little buddies is going to join them. So now we have 6 apples in the bowl. And then we're going to add everything in there. We're going to go ahead and put in our sweets. I like to use a combination of brown sugar. That's about 5/8 of a cup. There's a 1/2 cup of white. And then I like my seasonings. Okay? So we got that was a little 3/8 of a teaspoon of ginger. This is just a 1/4 nutmeg. This is an 1/8 of allspice, and about 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then you can, use a spatula to mix these together, or you could get in there put on a pair of gloves and get in there with your hands, whatever you want to do. But you want to make sure that you mix everything and coat it, okay? And then the last piece of the puzzle is we want to put in what's known as clear gel. Now, you might use at home just regular cornstarch. I like 2 tablespoons of clear gel. This is a modified cornstarch. It holds up better in the heat. And this is what's going to cause the juices in your pie to thicken. Now, one thing you're going to notice is I didn't put any water in, okay? But it's already starting to make juice just from the juices of the apples. Now, you could make this from raw. You could simply put these apples in your pie and bake them and have an apple pie. But with these small pies especially, I find that I want to give them a head start because the pie doesn't bake that long. And also, I like to give them a head start because most of a large percentage of the apple is water. And when it bakes, then it shrinks. So what I'm doing here is kind of like pre-shrunk t-shirt, is I'm going to put these guys in the oven for a little bit to pre-shrink them. Meaning I'm going to have a lot of the water cook out, and they're going to, I just want them to soften a little bit, just put a few minutes at 350. And what's going to happen is they're going to shrink down a little bit, so when they bake, they don't have as much to shrink, and your pie's not going to shrink down as much. So now let's take a look at the dough. Okay, so now let's take a look at the dough. And in my earlier video, I showed you how to make the dough. So this is a homemade dough. We're going to put our flour down. I want to show you this part again so you can see it again. Put the flour down, put a little bit of flour on top. And the first time you roll, it's really just to sort of flatten it out. Okay, and then you can kind of tuck it back together. And then I like to flip it over. And now we're going to put some more flour on top. And then we're going to roll this way. And then I like to just pick it up, kind of get some of that flour under it so it doesn't stick. And then roll it again. And we're looking for, just like before, 1/8 of an inch. And you just got to go through it again. You're going to have some chunks of butter in there, and that's fine. And you're just going to keep rolling. A little bit of more flour on top. And then what you want to do is roll out so you get 1/8 of an inch. Now, you could do this a couple ways. This could be enough. You could just cut circles out of this and get all of your apple pie. Okay, or you could get the one part of your apple pie and then the lattice. But whatever you do, as we talked about before, always make sure that the dough releases. Okay, it's important that you can pick your dough up. You can either use the scraper or just lift it up like that. But it's important that you get a release on your dough. Okay? And what we're going to do for this one is I'm going to cut the circle out. So this is going to be for my pie. I'm going to lift that up. And now this time you don't want to crimp or anything. All you want to do is put your pie tin down and then place this in like I did before, nice and even. And let it roll up over on the sides. And this is going to be the base for your apple pie. And then in the meantime, since we're going to fill this and work it, you can go ahead and cut the strips right away. For the strips, what you're going to do is use a ruler. I like these 1-inch wide rulers. And a fluted cutter. And you're going to take, as long as they're around the length of the ruler, it just takes 2 strips because you cut them in half. And I just use the fluted cutter and cut on both sides of the ruler, and then I just move it down. So that made my first. Roll on this guy is my second, and then I'm just going to make an extra one. So I have it, and I could probably get one almost. And then you just go through it. Now again, you could do this all at one shot for these mini pies. Or you roll out one set of dough for your pies and then another set of dough for your tops. So let's take a look at filling the pie. So here you can see the apples. They've cooked for a little bit. They're kind of like semi-tender, but not. They'll keep cooking. But the idea is they shrunk. It's like I said, like pre-shrinking them. And you can see all the juices in the bottom that are going to be thickening and making a wonderful apple pie. So the first step is we don't want our crust to get soggy. So a trick I like to do is I like to melt butter. And I like to brush the butter in the bottom of the shell. And that creates like a layer of fat that's going to kind of waterproof almost the pie. You don't have to dock the bottom, poke holes in it, because the apples are the weight. The apples are going to keep the pie from coming up. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and fill these. Okay, and what I like to do is I like to mix them up and make sure I'm getting all of the goodies, but I'm trying to not get juice, okay? And I know you're saying, oh, you need the juice to make a pie. You do. But if I purposely try and get juice in every spoonful, I'm going to have more juice in there than I know what to do with. And that's not what I'm looking for, okay? So what I like to do is I like to scoop these guys out and put them in where I'm in control, okay? And you just keep scooping here. And don't be afraid to mound these up. You want to have a nice piling here of apple pie. I don't want anyone to say that I don't have apples in my apple pie. And it will shrink. I mean, they will shrink down when they bake. I mean, that just kind of comes with the territory. But at least we're trying. We're mounding it up nice and high, and we're also making sure that we pre-cook them a little bit. Now, as far as the juice, as you can see, even though I decided that I wasn't going to purposely put juice in here, I have a lot of juice. And then if I didn't have enough, I can take a spoonful and a spoonful more in. Put it this way. The juice can't go any higher than the top of the pie shell there, or it's just going to ooze out. Okay, so I'm going to pour a little bit more in. A little bit more. And then it's pretty much right there at the top. If I put on any more, it's just going to make a big old mess. And now we're ready to do our lattice. What I like to do is take some water and just brush the water on the edge, okay, because that's going to make the lattice stick. And this is a small pie. We're just doing a real simple over-under lattice. Okay, now we've got our 2 strips of lattice. I'm going to cut this strip in half, okay, so that I have 2 strips. Now I have 4 strips. And you're just going to start kind of like here, where you're like, I don't know, a quarter of the way in. And then the next one, go in about the same amount and lay it down. And then the same amount over top. Now, what we've just done is created most of the weave for our pie. Okay? Tuck a little guy under there. That looks good. And then for the last one, as long as you go over, then for the last one, you just need to peel this guy back and then lay this one over top. And then that's going to give you your really nice weave, okay, to give you a lattice top. And then all you have to do is sort of kind of crimp these together. And you didn't have to roll it under because you're going to get a lot of extra dough coming from the lattice, all right? So this is a little tricky. You just got to kind of poke your finger in there the best you can to try to fit it, because there's not a lot of room between all the apples we put in there. And then when you get it almost going there, we'll work our way around. And then the last thing is we cut. Some of them don't need to be cut, but some of these are overhanging. So I'm just going to take my paring knife and I'm going to overhang. Just like that. Okay. And then once I do, then we're going to get these guys in the oven. And we're going to talk about how to bake them. The first time they go in the oven, they're going to go in a hot oven, 425 degrees. And they're going to bake for about 10 to 15 minutes. And that's going to help set the crust. Then we're going to lower the temperature to 350. And then talk about what we need to do to make it look like a beautiful apple pie. All right, let's take a look at our apple pie. So they were originally baking for about 10 to 15 minutes at 425. And right before I put them in the oven, I brushed them with a little bit of milk. That kind of helps with the browning of the pie. And here you can see, I'll zoom in a little bit. Once it got to the 15 minutes, you take your oven temperature down to 350, and then it'll bake like maybe another 20 minutes. If it was a full pie, it would probably bake for another 45 to 50 minutes. And after it's baked for an additional 10, I'm going to go ahead and brush it with a little more milk to help with the browning. And then what's going to happen is I'll let it go for a little while longer. And then when I take it back out of the oven, we'll be able to start the browning process, and I'll start brushing it with the egg whites and sprinkling it with some sugar. All right, let's take a look. It's now been in for a good 15 minutes after the original drop down of the temperature. And we can see that we're starting to get some browning. And what I like to do is, at this point, this is egg whites, 1 egg white to a tablespoon of water. And I just want to brush the whole pie with the egg whites. And then we'll put it in for about 5 minutes. And that's going to really start the browning. So put that in. Okay, let's take a look again. Beauteous. We're starting to get some really nice browning on this. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and brush it with more of the egg white. Okay. It's really going to give it a nice shine. And then we're going to go ahead and sprinkle it with some sanding sugar. And the sanding sugar is just going to give it a really nice shine. Okay, put that back in. Okay, let's check it out. Oh, things are looking great. We're going to give it one last little shine. So it's going to get one last time of the egg whites here. Okay. And then this time we're going to do both sugars. We're going to give it a little bit of regular granulated sugar. Just a little, not too much. And then we're also going to give it a little bit of the sanding sugar. And we're just going to let it finish. All right, let's check on this guy one last time. Baking an apple pie with the lattice is definitely a labor of love when you're trying to get it just right and golden, and this is beautiful. So you can see on there what we're getting is the golden brown, a little bit of sugar on there. It's just a beautiful looking pie. And you'll have tender apples. You can check those with a toothpick. And now let's take this one out of the oven. So here we are. I finally have a beautiful apple pie that I can share with you. We started out with the dough, which we actually made in another video. We left it rest a half hour. We rolled it out. We ended up peeling our apples, coring them, cutting them into slices, mixing them with the sugars, pre-baking them a little bit. Then we rolled the dough out, put it in the shell, rubbed a layer of fat in, some melted butter, filled it up to the brim with our apples, did our 4-piece lattice work, crimped it, then it went in the oven. It went in the oven at 425. We brushed it with milk for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then I lowered the temperature to 350. Then it baked for a good 15 minutes or so, brushing it with milk in between. And then once it started to show signs of browning, then we brush it with the egg whites. It's about 2 egg whites to 2 tablespoons of water. Mix that together. And then once it really starts to show the browning, egg whites again. And then I do a little bit of the coarse sugar to make it look nice, and then I also do plain sugar in there. It gives it a shine. I usually do that twice. And then after all of that, and then you test, I usually use a toothpick or a knife to check the doneness of the apples. And then after all that, you finally have a beautiful apple pie. And one thing you can see is that because we fill the juices all the way up, you start to get it makes almost that caramel on the edges. It's just a beautiful looking pie. And you can do this as a large pie or a small pie, however you want to do it. They can turn out great. And you can do other fruits. You can do other pies that are lattice top. You can do other fruits, other liquid pies. But the apple is always the one you think of this time of year, making the apple pies. And again, it's a labor of love, but if you really focus on it, you can really have them come out with a beautiful finish. So thanks for baking with me today, and I can't wait to bake with you real soon right here in Mr. Polk's kitchen.